Hi loves, welcome back to our channel. This is Jerry, and for today's video I'm going to be doing another nail tutorial. I'm going to be using Makartt's new Dippies nail system. I have two all-in-one dip powder starter kits. One is the neutral kit and the other is the French manicure kit. We also have two single glitter dip powders, one in the color Diamond Dust and one in Sweet and Sparkling. Let's go ahead and get into it. I am super excited about today's video because I've never tried dip powder nails. This is going to be my first time, so I'm really excited to be doing it with you guys. Hopefully it comes out good for us. So I'm going to go ahead and open everything. These are the two kits that I got. Well, these are the only two kits they had available. On their site, they had this one, which was neutrals. And as you can see, it's kind of like browns, cream colors, a pink, I think a white. And then this one is more of a French nail tip, so there's whites and more like pink colors, and then a nude as well. So I got both because I wasn't sure which colors I was gonna like more. And then they had these that they sold separately, which are actually like glittery ones, so I'm gonna go ahead and open those now. This one is called Diamond Dust. And it's really pretty in here. Like, this isn't exactly how it's gonna look on your nail. They'll look a little different. This is like acrylic powder, so it will look different, but this one's gonna be like a silvery, I don't know, like iridescent glitter. And then this one is called Sweet and Sparkling. And then this one is more of a gold glitter. You can't really tell from here, but it's more like a rose gold kind of glitter. So I want to try both of these. Definitely want to try these. And then I'm going to go ahead and take everything out of the kit so we can see what comes inside one kit. I think they're all going to come with the same things except different colored powders, of course. So let's start with the neutral kit. Oh, and before we start, I wanted to show that in the back, it shows the complete instructions for how to do this. So if you wanted to screenshot this here and keep that for if you're wondering the exact instructions. Alright, so it looks like in the kit we got the base, the activator, the top, a brush saver, and 6 colors. And then we also got a Makartt nail file, 100 by 180 grit, your nail lab in a box. That means one side will be 100 and the other side will be 180. And then we got a brush for brushing off the excess powder. And then we also got a clear baggie that had these. So I'm thinking, I have heard that the brush tips can get messed up really easily, so I guess these are like replacement tips. I'm gonna go ahead and open the next box. I'm sure it's gonna be the same items but different colors, so that way we can look at the colors. These colors are so pretty. These are like pinks and neutrals and white. And then of course we got the same items again, the nail file, brush, and the little brush tips here. Alright, so I pulled out one each of the 1 through 4 steps and put the other ones away. Here I have the neutrals. I'm going to read off the names because they actually are printed at the bottom. So this one is Miss Mystery. And actually, excuse my nails because I already prepped them for this, so they're not cute right now. Feeling Peachy, Dark Roasted, All Business. This one's pretty. It's like a grayish. Diamond Dust, and Pinkini. So this is actually a small version of this one, I believe. Perfect. So I guess I didn't have to buy the big one, but I'm glad I did because I really like glitter, so I'm sure that was going to be my favorite. So now moving on to the French, we have Love and Pink. This one looks like shimmery. It's pretty. Expose, Passion Over, Sugar White, Out There, and Clear. Oh, I'm glad this kit actually came with a clear. So I'm already telling that this one, Sweet and Sparkling, was not in any of the kits, so if you guys end up liking this one, you're gonna have to buy it separately, which is fine. They're not very expensive at all. I actually bought all of these with my own money. Like I bought them myself. They weren't sent to me for promo or anything, and I think they're priced fairly reasonably. So now we have to decide which kit we're gonna use and what colors to use. Alright, so I decided that since this is my first time using this type of nail system, I'm going to go with something simpler. I'm not going to do a French or an ombre because I want to try something easy just to get the hang of it first. So I pulled out these. This is the Diamond Dust, Clear, and Passion Over, which is like a shimmery pretty pink, but it's not the lightest pink. And I decided that what I'm gonna do is go with the glitter on all of my nails, except I'm gonna pick maybe my ring finger as an accent nail and do pink. I already went ahead and pushed the cuticles back, cut any excess cuticle, and buffed away the shine on my nail beds. So now we're gonna use these two. I'm using the ones by Gel-ish brand, but you can use any that you have. I'm using the pH bond first, and that is going to, let's read the back. It's used on natural nails to balance the pH and remove any surface oils. And then we're going to go in with the Pro Bond and make sure to avoid any skin. And this is going to help the dip powder adhere to our nail better. So we're going to go ahead and apply this in very, very thin coat. Just like barely any. And then we're going to go in with the Pro Bond. I'm sorry, mine's all grimy, just ignore that. But we're going to just go ahead and again, just a little bit of this. And you don't want to touch your skin. Make sure you're very careful in avoiding the skin with this product. Alright, so once we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and pick a nail tip. Now for this system, you can do it just on your natural nails, but I like a longer nail, so I'm going to use an extension, and I'm going to show you guys what options we have. Alright, so you can use a full nail tip. I have these that are like a short stiletto, and these will cover the full nail, and then you can dip that in. If you want to go that route, I also have these. I got those on Amazon, I'll link you. Then I also have these by Kiss that I got at Walgreens. You can get them at Walgreens, Target, any drugstore like that. And they're also full tip, but these are like a ballerina coffin shape, I believe. So this is the shape. It would cover the full nail like this. And you just glue it on or add gel and cure it so that it sticks on. And then we can dip this nail in. But I think for today, I want to go for a longer lasting tip. So these would last maybe 1 to 2 weeks, but I want to go a little longer, so I'm going to use a half tip. And I have these that I got on Amazon, which are, I believe, a ballerina tip. And then I also have, oops, I also have these Mia Secret Professional Nail System stiletto tips. And then I recently got these half color ballerina ones from Amazon. So with these, you're gonna find your size just like in the other ones, but they won't cover your full nail. These only cover half. They're like half cover. So you size it like this, and it would cover the nail like this, and then the rest of the product would be here. So it's more longer lasting because more of the product is on your natural nail. So I think I'm gonna go with these, but I'm not sure which shape. Alright, so I decided to go with the ballerina half tip, and this one that has a little step in it. I like prefer that. I feel like it's easier to like line up your nail. So this is the size that I chose. And we're gonna glue that on, and then we'll file this edge away once it's glued on, so that it kind of blends with the nail more naturally. And I don't have the glue that I usually use. I'll try to like put it up somewhere on the screen for you guys. So for now I'm gonna use this one that I have. It's just a brush on nail glue. And if you've never done this, it's pretty simple. You just brush on the nail glue and then stick it where you want to stick it on your nail. Like that. And that's how the tip looks once it's on. It doesn't have a lot of shape, so you do kind of have to build the shape yourself. I'm seeing that now. It looks like super flat. So once it's glued on like that, this edge here, you're going to want to sand down a little so that, like I said, it's more flush with your nail. And you can use a nail file like this, or you can use like one of these, which is an electric e-file. I got this one on Amazon. It's really easy to use. You can use one like this, but again, you don't necessarily need that. You can use just a basic nail file. So at the end of the day, you want it to just be filed down and more flush like that. Once we've got the nail nicely filed, we can go ahead and cut it down to the size that we want. I'm going to be using this nail cutter that I got on Amazon. I'll link it below. And this helps so that you can make sure that every nail is the same length. So I picked the biggest step, which is going to make the nail the shortest. And we'll just put it through here, and the stopper stops on your skin like that. And then you just press this down and cut the tip off like that. Oh, it didn't cut completely for some reason. There you go. And then you can file the edge. And that's still kind of long, but I think it's a nice length. It's good. We can work with this. So I'm going to keep it at this length, but I'm going to file the top down a little and file the sides in to create more of that ballerina shape. So here's our final shape. I shaped it a little more on the sides and I buffed it out so that the product will adhere to it better. Now we can go ahead and start with dipping. Alright, so since this is my first time using this, I'm going to go exactly off of the directions in the back. It says file, shape, and clean your nails to remove any excess oils and cuticles. Done. Then apply a thin, even layer of the base coat. That's going to be 1 right here, base coat. Dip your nails into the powder at a 45-degree angle to coat the entire nail bed. Then dust off the extra powder on your nails and repeat steps 3 and 4, 2 or 3 coats. So let's do that part. I'm going to go ahead and open the dip powder that I want to use, which is the glitter. And we're just going to open it. Look how beautiful. That is so pretty. Alright, now we're going to get the number 1 Dippies dip base. And I saw like a couple videos on Instagram, and I did see a few people mention that you want to do very light coats of this. Alright, so there's our light coat. I made sure not to flood the cuticle area. I kind of put the brush here and then pushed a little towards the cuticle, and make sure you get it on every part of the nail because you want the powder to dip everywhere. So now we're going to get the polish and dip it, the powder, and dip at a 45-degree. I'm thinking like this, and dip all the way in. Then you're supposed to just pull up. And any extra powder, you go ahead and brush off with the brush. Alright, so I'm noticing right off the bat, this area here didn't get a lot of powder in it, and neither did this area. And I'm thinking that's gonna be because I didn't put enough of the base. So let's try again and hope that that doesn't create a problem for us. So now that we've brushed off all the powder, we should be able to go ahead and go in with another coat of the base coat and then dip in again. But so far it's really glittery and pretty. Alright, I think we did a pretty good job of getting it everywhere this time. I'm angling it down so that I don't get any of the liquid going into my cuticle and flooding the cuticle area. So now let's try to do this a little less messy this time. I'm gonna tap it to kind of tap off the excess first. Without brushing anything off, this is what our next dip looks like. That looks really good. Super glittery, and I think we got a more even coating this time. So let's go ahead and brush that off. So here's the second coat. It's really beautiful, really glittery. I think we did it a lot more even this time. I'm kind of concerned on how I could build an apex there, or what I could have done differently, because it seems like pretty flat, or maybe it's just a bad nail tip. Let's keep going with the clear and see what we can do. I should have gotten a bigger clear. I don't think I saw that. But maybe I can go back on their website and see. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go in for the third coat this time, and we're going to do clear instead. So we're just going to go ahead and brush this base all over the nail. Alright, the base coat is on there. Let's go ahead and dip into the clear. The container is so small. I hope I can dip my own nail in there. So here's how it looks before we even brush any of the clear off. It looks like I pushed something here like before it was ready, because it kind of have like a little bump right there. But I'm sure we can file that off after. I'm gonna go ahead and brush the excess off. The back of the nail is super glittery. So here's how it is with the clear. We're building more thickness, but the shape isn't there. So I'm gonna see if maybe if I just add clear like here and this way, if it'll build more of a shape, or if that's a bad idea. Let's see. So here's the second layer of clear. I tried to build a little more, but I don't think I'm very successful there. I am noticing that here I think I'm pressing in a little too hard and kind of creating a bump there, but hopefully we can file that away. So I think that might be enough layers for now. I didn't get the shape that I wanted, but let's just go ahead and finish this off to see what the finished look is like. So now that we've done steps 1 through 5, we can go ahead and move on to 6, which is apply activator and wait 1 to 2 minutes or until fully dried. Then shape your new nails to desired look. Then apply a second coat of activator and wait 1 to 2 minutes. Then the top coat. Alright, so let's grab the activator, which is number 2 in the system. And we'll just go ahead and brush this on, I believe, and make sure that every area is like not soaked but like wet. Alright, so now the activator's on there. We're gonna wait 1 to 2 minutes for it to get hard. I believe you can knock on it and you can tell that it's like hard. It's not like mushy or soft, or your nail can imprint in it. So we're just gonna give this, I'm gonna say 2, maybe 3 minutes to keep it safe, since this is our first time, and I'll be back. Alright, it's been a couple of minutes and I think it's dry. Sounds hard, feels hard. I had put extra like right here, and it wasn't to kind of build more of an apex, and I don't know if it was the smartest idea because you can really see it. So hopefully we can buff that out. But I do think it looks really good, and I'm actually really happy with this. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna use a nail buff. Again, you can use an e-file, which is an electric file like this one. I have the tip has an F at the top, so that's a fine tip. This would work as well too, but I'm gonna go ahead and use this because I know that most of you don't have an e-file, so I want to show you that you can do this without an e-file. So we'll just go ahead and try to get our shape back. So the top and then the side walls. Alright, so this is where I got with the filing. I think the shape ended up better once we filed it down. And I think it was good that I added that extra bit. Like I just did a stripe across here and dipped that in, and then I smoothed it out. And I do think that it looks a lot better. Like the shape looks pretty good now, and it's pretty smooth. So now let's go ahead and do the top coat part. The instructions say apply a second coat of activator on your nails and wait 1 to 2 minutes till fully dry, and then we can apply the top coat and wait 30 to 60 seconds and then a second top coat. So let's go ahead and get that activator again. Now we've got our shape exactly where we want it. We're gonna put some more activator, and I think this is just to make sure that it like really hardens and sets in place. So that's how it looks with the activator, and we're gonna go ahead and leave this on for about 2 minutes, and then we'll come back with the top coat. Alright, so it's now been 2 minutes since our second coat of activator, so I'm gonna go ahead and use step 3, which is the top coat. And it says that we can apply one coat and then wait 30 to 60 seconds and apply a second coat. And this is not like UV or anything, so we don't have to cure it under a lamp. So here's our first layer. I'm gonna go ahead and let that cure, and we'll be back for a second layer. So here's what we have after the first coat is nice and cured. You can feel it's really shiny and it's feels nice and cured. I'm gonna go ahead and put the second coat. Even though now that it's cured, I can kind of feel that it's not exactly smooth. There's a little bit of bumpiness. I'm not sure if you can see, but I can feel it. So next time I would do a better job at buffing it out. Here's how it looks. We'll go ahead and let that cure for 30 to 60 seconds. Alright, so here is the finished look, last layer and everything. Like I said, I think I could have buffed it out a little better, made it a little bit smoother, but I do really love the look of it and how easy it was. The cuticle didn't get flooded. It looks really good. It feels good. And I'm like super happy with this system. I wish I would have tried it earlier. It's so easy. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the nails, and then I'll be back to show you guys what the full set looks like. Alright, so here are the finished nails. I'm really happy with them. I think they're super beautiful. I did something a little bit different on each of the ring fingers. On this one, I used the pink Passion Over, and then I used this one Diamond Dust on top, and this is how it turned out. And then on this side, I used the Passion Over towards the bottom, and then the Diamond Dust towards the top to create like an ombre effect. And this is how it turned out. So I think they're both cute. I think I could have done a better job with shaping the nails, but I think they look good at least. On this one, you'll see I did less layers, so it's a little more transparent with the glitter, and on this one I did more layers of glitter, so you can see how it looks with more or less layers of glitter. If you wanted it to be more transparent, just use clear over it instead of using as many layers of glitter. But I think they're really pretty and I'm super happy with this. That's all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Love you guys so much. See you in the next one. Kitty and Jerry.